Hello, Year 6 and welcome to today's literacy video. On Friday, you finished the unit. So today we're going to be moving on to our new unit, which we'll be looking at over the course of the next 2 weeks. We were really impressed with the stories that you sent us, especially because it was the first 2 weeks of lockdown and we were all just getting back into the swing of things. For this next 2 weeks of the unit, we're really making sure that you are all using capital letters, full stops or general punctuation, your overall cohesion of your work. So we'll be checking for that carefully. We want this unit to be the exact same standard of work that you would be completing at school. With that, let's have a look at what we're going to be doing. Right then, so our focus for the next 2 weeks is all about monsters. Professor Behemoth's Monsterology. World-famous monster expert Professor Behemoth is putting together a monsterology of different types of monsters and beasts. He has spent years researching all sorts of weird and wonderful monsters and has a wide variety for his encyclopedia. Your job is to provide the professor with another entry for his book. You'll have to use your imagination unless you have actually seen a monster. So our focus for these next 2 weeks is going to be a non-chronological report where you're going to be producing an extract all about a monster to go in Professor Behemoth's book. Now, we've studied non-chronological reports before. Remember, that's just a report, almost like a fact file is what we're going to be doing. What you're going to do now is either one of two things. I will link this below, and if you would like to listen to that being read to you, you can go into the description and open that link now. Or option 2 is I'm going to read it from the text on here and you can follow along with me. This is our model text, and as I'm going through, I want you to be thinking about what is the structure. So how has this non-chronological report been structured? Any devices that you can spot that might be associated with non-chronological reports, and any impressive vocabulary that you might want to magpie for your own writing later on in this unit. So let's have a look. Swamp monsters. Do you ever wonder what might be lurking in the murky swamps of our world? Rumour has it that the fabled swamp monster is not just a creature mentioned in myth and legend, but it actually exists. Now is your chance to find out all that has been discovered about this unique being. Swamp monsters are rumoured to inhabit the most remote and humid swamps of the Amazon rainforest. Living in total solitude, it is believed that there is perhaps only one swamp monster on our planet, making it a mystery how they reproduce. Dr. Patrick Thurston, world-renowned monsterologist from Bristol University, could perhaps be the only living person ever to see this magnificent creature. You cannot believe the pure majesty of the swamp monster. They seem as if they are one with the swamp, living in pure harmony with their habitat. Swamp monsters don't just live in swamps, they resemble them. Being experts in camouflage, they are indistinguishable from their environment. Their bodies are made from this environment. Limbs of gnarled branches, incredibly long fingers, and glowing, iridescent hair, which changes colour to match their mood. The most incredible thing about a swamp monster is that they have translucent breathing tubes, meaning they can stay underwater indefinitely, but continue to breathe. Have you ever wondered what a swamp monster eats? Their diet consists of herons, rats, and even alligators, which they hypnotise with their ever-staring, haunting eyes. Transfixed, any animal is helpless to the swamp monster, who squeezes the life from them with its lean, powerful limbs. The swamp monster's tongue has the ability to taste the air. This allows it to identify when its prey is close by. If you are now tempted to try and spot a swamp monster, we advise extreme caution. This beautiful but deadly creature should be left in solitude to be studied only by experts in trained monsterology. Right then, so that is our model text, which we're going to be using to help us write our own. I'm now going to talk you through the tasks for today. Task 1. You might have noticed as I was reading that there was quite a few words in there that you might not have come across before. So this links to our first task. You've got a selection of words on your to-do down the left-hand side and their definitions on the right-hand side. As part of your first task, I would like you to match up the words on the left-hand side with their correct definitions. Have a go at first, see if you can work it out by process of elimination. Start with the ones you know and go from there. If there are any that you are stuck on, you could also use the internet to help you. So that is task 1. And task 2, we have got the structure of the model text, because as we know, the structure is really important. The structure helps us work out what needs to go in each paragraph. It makes sure that our writing flows nicely. So you can see here we've got the opening hook, then it goes on to the next paragraph about the habitat. The next paragraph is the appearance. The next paragraph is diet. And then the final paragraph is warnings and advice. On your to-do, you have these headings here, and you also have each of the paragraphs broken down. I want you to match up which paragraph, for example, this one, where does this paragraph go? Is it this one? Is it this one? And so on. So those are your 2 tasks for today. You could also, as an extension activity, now knowing that you're going to be writing about your own monster, be having a think about any monsters that you might have come across in your own reading or any movies that you've seen with monsters in. And maybe jot down a few ideas. What do you think you would like your monster to look like? Maybe what characteristics they're going to have. Right, that is everything for today, children. If you've got any questions, make sure you ask them on the blog, or you can send us an email, and we look forward to marking all your work. Have a great day.